Alright, first look at the Hercules brushless 20 volt lithium ion grinder. I'm going to show you the whole box. This is the cordless 4.5 to 5 inch brushless angle grinder. You guys that watch the show know I picked this up a couple weeks ago in their parking lot sale. This is everything that comes in the box. So this, the way that I got it, is the tool only. Sometimes you can also find it in a kit with the battery and the charger. This, I got the tool only, and I bought the battery and the charger separate with some other stuff. It did come with this one 5-inch grinding wheel in it, and the handle, and of course the tool to tighten down the thingamabob. But I had already bought a 4.5 and didn't know it came with the 5, so I got the 4.5 on there right now. But yeah, let's take it for a rip. Here's how the button works. It's just you see those tabs, you got to push it up and then down to lock it in there. And then there you go. But let's do some grinding with it. I got a mailbox to mess with. So what I'm doing is, people have hit my mailbox with their cars about 20 times and finally just knocked it over where it couldn't be rigged up anymore. So now I'm rigging it up with a new mailbox, and I've got to cut this old decorative stuff off the post that got messed up. Instead of just buying a post, why not get new tools and rig it up even better? Sound like a great idea. But I ground the welds on that. Little decorative stuff, but now I got to cut through the very last of them. So I just put a little cut-off wheel on this bad boy, tighten it down, and we're gonna cut the welds off that decorative stuff on that mailbox. Hopefully, cut it off. Then we're gonna grind them back down smooth. Then we'll paint it, and it'll have Mama her hopefully non-ghetto mailbox again, and we can get the mail. We ain't been able to get our mail for like 2 or 3 weeks. Quit hitting my mailbox, y'all. Well, that is what I'm trying to cut off. Then we'll just have a straight pole. Then I'm gonna build a little structure to hold up the mailbox. But now I gotta cut that rest of that off. So the thing keeps shutting off on me. I think it's because it's too hot out here. The feels like is 105, and that battery is so hot I can barely touch it, but it's shutting off on me. Watch. I think these just won't work when it's super hot outside. That might be true for all cordless things, but man, I'm gonna go put this in the freezer for a minute or two and come back and see if it works again. I think it's just overheating. Put that dude up there with the lasagna and the Italiano meat lasagna and whatever else is in here. Yep. Alright, so this was in the freezer for 5 minutes. It's actually still slightly warm to the touch, the battery, but see if putting it in the freezer makes it run now. Yep, so apparently if you're going to be using these in extreme heat, like out in the desert, I'm in the south in Tennessee right now, but it's 100 degrees, so in the full sun, I can't say for other brands because I haven't used them in a long time, but these aren't going to work in extreme heat, unfortunately. Alright, so there you have it. The goal was to cut that broken stuff off of this mailbox post, and got it done. I still gotta grind a little bit of this rust off and get it all down the metal so I can paint it, but it's doing its job. But the battery died, so I had to go charge the battery, and then I'm gonna knock the rest of this dust off, or rust off, and then I'm gonna repaint it. I'm not worried about it being too terribly smooth, but I'll smooth it up a little bit before I paint it. All right, so final thoughts. First time using this Hercules grinder. Meh. If you need a grinder to do random odd job things every once in a while, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, this is probably a good one for you. But if you're using a grinder all the time, all day, nah, you're going to want to get something that's air powered or has a plug-in cord. And let me tell you why. So yesterday that battery had a full charge. So today's a new day. I had to stop in the middle of this video and go do some other stuff, but that battery had a full charge. After less than 5 minutes, the battery got super hot, and I had to put it in the freezer like 3 times to cool it down to where it would even come back on. Now it is 95 degrees. The feels like it was like 103, 105. So granted, it's hot outside, but this thing couldn't go 5 minutes without getting too hot and shutting itself off. And then come out today, try to finish up the job. I wasn't using that thing for 2 minutes and the battery was already dead. Now that the battery dying prematurely probably is a direct function of it being hot out, then me putting it in the freezer, then being hot out, then me putting it in the freezer, probably drawing powder out of that battery. But now I go to charge the battery to finish that job, and look what the charger's doing. It won't even charge right. When it says charging, the red's supposed to stay on and the green's supposed to blink. It's telling me hot, cold delay, and the battery won't charge. I've had it on here for 10 minutes already in the shade. It shouldn't be having any problems, but I'm having problems with it. So that being said, these grinders are, the Hercules brand is supposed to be their premium brand from Harbor Freight. But, man, I hate to really suggest it to anybody that's really going to put it to use. Like I said, light work, something quick. Like a mailbox post, I'm having issues with getting that job done, just cutting that thing off and cleaning it up. I can't even get that done on one battery charge. But, like I said, light use, probably be great. But if you're needing this to use every day for your work, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have other name brands to sit here and compare it to in the same conditions, but all I can speak to is this one today. Kind of disappointed in how long it would last without the battery, and the battery's not charging and it's being funny with me. But that's the honest review from WHOTEEWHO'S Garage on the Hercules brushless grinder. Okay for light work. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you're subscribed. Lots more videos on the way. WHOTEEWHO!